Yeah, Warren, this morning there were over 20 mostly simultaneous calls into local dispatch centers signaling that there was either a school shooting threat or that people were actually shot in Vermont's high schools, including here behind me at Montpelier High School, and Public Safety Commissioner Jennifer Morrison saying that this type of event is called swatting. It's a form of terrorism that perpetrators usually use when they try to divert either local or state law enforcement agencies. But while these calls were deemed illegitimate, shortly after, she said that a lot of communities were deeply affected today.
In every corner of the state, students, teachers, and administrators barricading in fear, including in the state's capital.
Immediately in my mind, it went to like a school shooting.
Police told us not to go in, and I messaged her, and she told me like just go home.
On Wednesday between 8:30 and 11 a.m., over 20 Vermont law enforcement agencies received hoax phone calls signaling school shootings had taken place in their region, forcing lockdowns and panic.
The call was extremely descriptive, which obviously put us on alarm. So our officers immediately responded to the school, called for mutual aid, and put the school in lockdown upon arrival.
Much like in Montpelier, state and local law enforcement responded to all reported locations and have deemed none of the calls legitimate.
There are very similar messages, and they are possibly technologically created messages.
Morrison said the calls were received on dispatch centers' main lines and not on the 911 line, with most coming from a similar voice on the other end. She added that Maine and New Hampshire have gone through similar situations in recent months, and that the Agency of Education warned districts about this possibility just 6 weeks ago.
And when people are afraid, they don't do their best thinking, and so we really need to make sure people understand that we are responding, we are there to help keep them safe, and that not just to respond to things, but also to prevent future incidents from happening.
Despite growing concerns over school safety in recent years, the aftermath of the state's response to the swatting garnered a pat on the back from Governor Phil Scott.
Unity is the most powerful way to make sure terrorists don't achieve their goals.
Thousands of students, administrators, and educators will now have to start the healing process, as schools will be deploying mental health experts in those schools.
This shouldn't be normalized.
This harms the community, including the school community, and that's also where we can begin to do the healing.
You know, my dad even said, like, maybe the best option is to be homeschooled after this.
But how can Vermont prevent this from happening again? Morrison says increased cellular regulation is one answer.
Why is spoofing of phone numbers allowed? The technology can do it, but we allow it to happen.
And Morrison also said that these calls could continue in the coming days and need to be taken very seriously, and an investigation will be led by both state and federal agencies into the swatting and who might be responsible for it. That's all from me here in Montpelier. I'm Josh Morrow, but let's go to Colchester, where Isabel Schoeneman has more on how the swatting has impacted Vermont's communities today.
Well, Josh, Colchester High School was just one of the 20-plus schools that received a threat like this earlier this morning. And Colchester Police Chief Douglas Allen tells me police initially received the call around 9:45 a.m., only indicating threats to the high school.
Colchester High School is in lockdown after receiving a threat. We believe this is a hoax call, as other high schools in the state are receiving similar reports.
This was a snippet of the message parents heard as students at multiple schools went into lockdown across the state. Some students at the Montpelier High School tell us how they felt.
I was very scared. I thought this was the end. I was like watching from the parking lot, and immediately just shooting went through my mind.
The executive director of the Vermont Principals Association calls it a, quote, incredible act of selfishness of the party responsible.
It causes unnecessary fear and trauma in schools for families, students, and school employees. School shootings are a real thing, and to send a hoax of this type plays into the narrative that schools are unsafe when we know that for the vast majority of students, our schools are one of the safest.
I looked at how this threat impacted Colchester High School. Police Chief Douglas Allen says the caller sounded male and called the Emergency Communications Center directly.
Indicated that an attack had occurred at Colchester High School, that some students and a teacher had been injured.
He says officers immediately responded to the school.
Once we were informed by the police of the information that they received, we immediately went into lockdown. So the Colchester High School building principal made an announcement and informed all students and staff that they needed to follow our normal lockdown procedures. Of course, we take the safety and security of our students very seriously.
Chief Allen notes students were in lockdown for about 30 minutes before the threat was determined to be a hoax. And the school released a statement saying, quote, "At no time were our students or staff in danger. However, the situation was frightening for everyone." Chief Allen says this will be a difficult investigation moving forward, and other schools involved include Rice Memorial High School in South Burlington and Essex High School. We'll have updates to the investigation as they become available, but for now, live in Colchester, I'm Isabel Schoeneman. Back to you, Lauren.